Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Okay, we've got something quite juicy here. We've got a what's next in Raid video. I think we're going to be talking all about this new clan boss. I was basically away when they were dropping all of this juicy info, as well as what looks like a potential to win a new mythical champion from doing that clan boss. So hopefully this video covers that stuff. I'm actually going to London tonight. I've got an awards show with Fateless. We're nominated, or we're actually a finalist for an Innovations in Gaming award. So fingers crossed. But yeah, basically, we're going to go through this video. There is also a shard event that's coming this weekend. So we've got news. There's going to be a 2x on Ancients, Voids, and Sacreds from this Friday going over the weekend, whilst Champion Chase is on for this Fusion. So that's kind of nice. But just, I guess it's like a Black Friday? Yeah, Black Friday and Thanksgiving type of interweaved, we want you to use your shards type event. So we'll see if they drop anything good alongside that. Anyway, let's let the Raid Man speak and see what he's got to say today.
The return of this legendary series has long been overdue, and we're thrilled to present a new episode at last. Welcome to What's Next in Raid. We've got a new expansion to Champion gear that'll add a whole new layer of customization.
Ooh,
Live arena reworks with the introduction of seasons and some much requested quality of life updates.
Okay, I did not see that come in at all. 3 things that are actually really solid. Okay.
We're talking background multi-battles, super raids for the campaign, and instant Hydra battles. And finally, a new challenge awaits all players, but we won't spoil.
Hold on, let me just go back a second. So I don't know if he's going to go into detail on this stuff.
Super raids for the campaign.
Super raids for campaign.
And instant Hydra battles.
Instant Hydra battles. Damn. That's kind of huge. It's like they've thrown it in. They've not mentioned it at all at this point. Let me just see if I'm missing anything else.
And some much requested quality of life updates. We're talking background multi-battles.
Background multi-battles. So how that works in other games is literally you set yourself up to do, let's say, I don't know, 20 runs of Dragon. Whilst you're doing that, in other games, you can actually go and do other stuff like Redear Champions or whatever. Or, so I don't know if it's that, and maybe they're going to go into it, or if it's a case of I can run multi-battles whilst doing other stuff on my phone. I think it's the first thing though. So, damn, that's some massive changes right there. As I say, completely unexpected.
Super raids for the campaign and instant Hydra battles. And finally, a new challenge awaits all players, but we won't spoil it just yet. Watch this video to find out what it is. Now, let's get down to business. The first big feature we're showing off today is relics. These powerful new resources give you an insane amount of new customization options to suit how you play Raid.
Relics are a highly specialized type of gear. They add a deeper level of champion customization and strategic possibility. You can earn relics from fighting the Chimera, which is a new clan boss, and from events, and they can be crafted in the Forge. Damn.
Raid. They can increase your champion's stats and provide abilities, new benefits that are similar to passive skills. For instance, a relic may grant a champion an emergency heal whenever their HP drops below 50%. It might
Damn, they're actually dropping some juicy stuff here.
Similar to passive skills. For instance,
whenever the wearer heals an ally with an active skill, 25% chance to place further buff on the ally.
A relic may grant a champion an emergency heal.
Whenever wearer places a magma shield buff for 2 turns at the start of a battle, also places a magma shield buff on the wearer for 2 turns whenever they lose 25% of their HP.
Whenever their HP drops below 50%.
Where it instantly healed by 10% whenever their HP drops.
Might enhance the efficiency of their turn meter manipulation.
Where it heals and turn meter increases, effects applied to allies are boosted.
And skills.
Damn, these are actually juicy, honestly.
A champion to place new.
Where it receives 5% less damage from enemies under provoke.
And unique buffs. Sounds exciting, right?
Yeah, it does. Whereas next attack after killing an enemy deals 20% more damage. I mean, it's just more power creep in the game, honestly. Like, more power, more power, more power. Which, I guess you've got to do it. You've got to keep the game fun. You've got to keep new stuff coming out. My biggest worry with this type of stuff is like a load of the raid content is kind of obsolete because the game is just, you know, from when I started to now, it's not the same game, right? We're playing a completely different game at this point, which is good. Like the games continue to evolve. They've obviously put a load of stuff into it, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it's like everything needs a bit of a reset because the power levels are so high now.
There's more though. Each relic comes with a specific number of sockets, which you can put gemstones into. Gemstones offer further improvements to relics, adding passive abilities into the
chance to get an extra turn, heal with a steal, bosses deal less damage. Like, yeah, this is huge.
Mix.
Actually.
There's a ton here, from mitigating incoming damage to a chance at hitting twice with the default skill when attacking enemies under crowd control debuffs, and so much more. Abilities from relics and passive abilities from gemstones will work together, so you can mix and match them to create bespoke champion combinations that suit your playstyle. We want relics to open the door for awesome new team combinations that can take on Talaria's toughest challenges. So now,
this is huge. Like, I don't even know if they realize how huge this is for the game. Wow. They have kept this one under wraps. This is absolutely massive for champion power growth, honestly.
Now you know why you're going to want relics. Here's some finer details about how they work. Both relics and gemstones come in different rarities you're already familiar with. Rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. However, gemstones will come in different shapes: circular, triangular, square, diamond, or pentagonal. A gemstone will only fit into a socket that is the same shape. You can't force a circular gemstone into a square socket. Relics are a little bit more complex in that they have a rank and level that can be upgraded to make the relic more powerful. But raid, bro, how do we get them?
Yeah, there's like a material here.
The Forge will be your main source of relics, with crafting materials available in Live Arena, the Clan Shop, and other areas of the game. Each crafting material for relics belongs to a specific group and can
this is actually a very cool visual.
Be used to craft specific relics. Crafting relics will be different from crafting other gear, though. We wanted to keep up the customization, so we're allowing you to mix and match the crafting materials you use to craft relics.
This is actually a good idea. So I've got a ton of materials that are just useless to me for lower level items in the Forge. This is cool. So you're basically playing with your own luck. It's an RNG kind of filter, but ultimately if you've got a whole ton of one rarity, you still get a chance to get high level stuff. But obviously you've got much higher chances of rare.
Mixing materials will affect the type and rarity of the relic you'll receive, and there's no limit to the rarity and type of materials you can combine when crafting relics. Keep an eye out for a dedicated guide coming soon where we'll go into more detail about crafting relics. Moving on.
That's honestly, that's kind of blown my mind. That's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
We're making some tweaks to Live Arena, starting with the introduction of Seasons, a rework of the gold tiers to give players a different type of challenge. Before you get to gold tier, though, we're increasing the amount of points you gain per victory in silver tier and decreasing the inactivity penalty to just 1 point per day. Once you hit gold tier,
I think that was needed. I honestly think you could go a little bit further and say, if you're not inactive for, I don't know, like 3 days, then nothing happens. If you're inactive for 3 days, nothing happens. Then you start to downgrade, and it's like starts at 1 for the first week, then it's 2 for the next week. So people that are just basically not playing the game anymore, they do drop down the levels. But you know, I'm someone that when I'm on a bit of a run of Live Arena, I love it. But yeah, I don't play it daily, like not even close to daily. So in fact, I go through my whole run of doing stuff in Raid. I would have done it already by now in terms of you know, doing my daily chores. I've been out there doing it. I've done my 5 arena hits. I've done my 3v3 hits. I've done my faction wars. I've done my clan boss. I've done my Doom Tower growth. I've done some siege work. Like I've done my Cursed City. Like I've gone around the loop. But unless when I'm actually ready to play the game, Live Arena is on. Like right now I'm recording, then I'm going to be editing, then I'm out to London. I will just miss Live Arena today. It won't happen. So I'm pleased that they're doing something with that because it does feel better. What they've just said there feels a lot better.
Tier though, that's it. You're in the big leagues and can't drop out again. As for the changes, Live Arena Gold Tier is becoming a seasonal league. There'll still be regular rewards like 2 new variable gear sets and materials to craft relics. Details are thin on the ground right now, but you can expect a more detailed update highlights video in the future when we're ready to release this feature. Next up, we're talking about quality of life.
Okay, so a seasonal drop or seasonal change for any arena mode is like essential. It's essential. So again, I'm pleased they're doing that. It gives people that are really into that game mode you know, that competitive reason to play. It's a good change.
Life updates, and we're prioritizing feedback from the community to deliver a few things that should help you save time in Raid. The first feature we're working on is background multi-battles. With so much to do in Raid, we're giving you the option to run your multi-battles in the background while Raid is open. You'll be freed up to sort your artifacts, test out new gear combinations on your champions.
You have to say it. Raid's ready for this, okay? You don't necessarily need this when you first launched the game. Like when Raid first came out, I didn't need this because I didn't have tons of other stuff to go and do. But because Raid's become this massive game, and we've seen it in other games like Summoner's War and stuff, like it's needed this probably for the last 18 months.
Handle other account logistics.
This is good.
Off the back of that, we're also working on enabling super raids in the campaign. Imagine running Nightmare Stage 12-3 in the background with super raids enabled while getting your artifacts ready for your newly upgraded champions. Sweet, sweet synergy. Finally, we're working hard to bring instant battles to the Hydra. There's not much to say yet, but keep an eye on the news. We'll share something as soon as we can. And that's not all. We've also got a rework of the market, improvements to gear upgrading and auto selling, and more coming soon, so stay tuned. And now comes the time to...
Okay, so I'm hoping with the market, so again, it doesn't look like they don't give us any more. So it looks visually different. Interestingly, we've now got the Bazaar, the Token Trader. They're kind of like bringing all of the different shops together here. It still looks like there's the same number of elements. I can't see any type of lock going on. So I wonder what the rework is. I'm not seeing really anything visually here that's different. Choose all the gear you wish to keep. This feels the same. I'm not seeing any gear sets here now, but otherwise feels the same. Okay, I mean the screens look different, but there's nothing different in them. Quick craft complete, so you can actually do multiple by the looks of it here, rather than just 10 at a go. That's kind of solid actually.
And now comes the time to meet the star of today's episode. Please welcome the one and only, the Chimera! The Chimera is Teleria's third clan boss, and its den is a dangerous...
Oh, it's looking good though, isn't it? It's looking good. I mean, it's not a traditional Chimera, let's be honest, but damn, it's like a Chimera that went into the Upside Down and got attacked by... oh, man, if only I knew what they were called. The facey dudes, you know? From Stranger Things.
Place for would-be heroes who go in search of treasure. First things first. Nice. This isn't anything like the Demon Lord or the Hydra clan boss fights. In fact, it's not like anything we've ever done before, but more on that later. Our hard-working artists and modelers spared no time or effort making this monster of mythical proportions come to life. They had to do 4 times the work, too. As the Chimera has 4 forms it'll cycle through during the fight. There's the ultimate form, the ram form, the lion form, and the viper form.
This is very sweet, honestly. Like, you have to say it. For all our frustrations with Raid around various stuff that they do, they are really good at this. Like, you know, they've got the visuals right. They've got this kind of like, they thought about this as a different type of clan boss. I hope it plays as well as it looks here.
Each form comes with awesome visuals and its own set of unique skills which will require a special approach to handle. Here's how it works. The fight always begins with the Chimera in its ultimate form, and it will change forms every 5 turns on a preset rotation. You'll know exactly what's coming and when, so you can prepare accordingly. We also didn't want this fight to drag out, so after 65 boss turns, the Chimera will escape, ending the fight. What makes this fight really stand out against the other clan boss fights are the trials. Each of the Chimera's forms, except the ultimate form, has 9 unique trials that can be completed, broken.
So this is like what little quests you're doing on the side to earn stuff? Okay. Damage the Chimera while it's under leech. Interesting. Interesting. This is almost like Jetpack Joyride. Go and do these things today. I'm assuming that this is one-time rewards, looking at this. So you'll complete a number of trials. I don't know if this resets or not, but it looks like once you've done it, you tick it off and then you move on. So you get these rewards as like a one-time thing. It might be, though, they just carry on over and over.
Down into 3 difficulties, easy, normal, and hard. You'll have to do different things to complete them, like placing a certain number of debuffs on the Chimera within a set number of turns, or dealing a set amount of damage using only poison and HP burn debuffs. There's 27 trials in total, and progress will not carry over between battles. You'll need to complete them in each fight. Beware, though, the more trials you complete, the stronger the Chimera's
This is a cool idea. You got to call it out. It's a cool idea. The more trials you do, the more rewards you get, the harder this thing is going to be. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I like it a lot. So he's getting bonus stats as you're doing your trials, as you're getting more stuff. It's got bonus effects as well. Things like ignoring your defense. Things like, I mean, it's probably going to be bullet hard. You know, at this point, it's ignoring all of your defense. Defense will mean nothing at this point.
Ultimate form becomes. It'll start ignoring damage-reducing buffs and your champion's defenses. So be careful. If you can complete the trials and fend off the ultimate form's enhanced attacks, you'll net yourself some awesome extra rewards. You'll get special crafting materials that are needed to make high-rarity relics from the Chimera group, as well as gemstones and other goodies. That's on top of all the other rewards you'll get just for fighting the Chimera. Same as other clan boss fights, you'll get personal reward chests for dealing enough damage to the Chimera, which will be doubled if your clan gets it to 0 HP. We're also introducing the Chimera Clash to this new clan boss, which will work the same as the Hydra Clash. Oh,
okay.
And there's also fragments for a brand new mythical champion up for grabs. As always, keep your eyes peeled for a dedicated video guide coming where we'll go into greater detail about the mechanics of this monstrous new challenge. Now, it wouldn't be a proper What's Next in Raid video if we didn't show off some of the incredible looking champions our...
Let's just pause for a second. So new Chimera on paper looks honestly really well thought out. I'm hoping it's not so insane because you've got like 4 sets of mechanics to deal with there. I know there's sheets out for the 4 sets. In fact, we've covered them all on the website by now. But I've not gone in and deep dived each of them. So I'm going to do that over the next few days. Yeah, I've got 4 forms to deal with. There's a mythical champion to earn. There's a new clash mode, which people will love or hate, depending on how they feel. But there's evidence to say that Hydra was not really that interesting to people until Clash existed. Now they've got this love and hate kind of relationship with it. I don't know, man. I think this is a very, very hype What's Next vid.
Artists have been working on. The holiday season is coming. And we're bringing Sir Nicholas's companion, Lady Noelle, into the fold.
Oh, okay.
Don't get on her bad side, though. That kindly grandmother exterior only holds true if you've been nice all year. Bells the Reckoner will drop by the holiday celebrations as well. But be sure to watch your presents closely when Talaria's own version of Krampus is around. There are more champions to join them, and we have no doubt they will find a suitable place on your rosters. Whew, man, that was a lot to cover. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you're excited about these changes and updates coming to Raid in the near future.
Oh, man, that is such a good skin. Look at that. The alternative form of the mythical dude. Wow, that's actually so sweet. It's actually so sweet.
Don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe.
Wow, massive, massive video, honestly. Let me know what you think. I know there's a whole bunch of negativity right now, so I'd imagine there'll be a bunch of that still, but... you've got to call it out. It's pretty hype. Anyway, there you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you soon.